My sister told everyone I was broke and needed money for rent. I showed up to Thanksgiving dinner in my brand new Tesla. I'm 28, work in tech sales, and make decent money. My sister Rachel's 32, works part-time at a boutique, married to a guy who invests in crypto, aka loses money constantly. We've never been close, but I didn't expect this level of betrayal. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, my aunt calls out of nowhere. Honey, we're all chipping in to help with your rent situation. Times are tough for young people, and we don't want you on the streets. I'm standing in my kitchen completely confused. My rent? I own my condo outright. Paid cash last year after a massive commission check. I ask her what she's talking about. She says Rachel told everyone I was facing eviction, that I was too proud to ask for help, that I'd been crying to her about losing my apartment. None of it was true. Turns out Rachel had set up an entire PayPal pool, sent messages to aunts, uncles, cousins, even my grandparents. My uncle sent $200. My grandma sent $500. Cousins I barely talked to sent $50 here, $100 there. They'd collected almost $3,000 for my emergency rent fund. I immediately called Rachel. She picked up all cheerful. I asked her why she was telling people I was broke. She acted shocked, like she had no idea what I meant. Oh my god, I must have mixed you up with someone else I was helping. You know how crazy things have been? Mixed me up? With who? She hung up before I could push back. Something felt wrong. Rachel's always been competitive, but this was different. I started digging through her social media. No posts in weeks, which was weird for her. Her husband's Instagram was suddenly private. Their joint Facebook hadn't been updated since August. I called my cousin who's friends with Rachel's neighbor. She told me Rachel and her husband were having major money problems, that there'd been notices on their door from the bank, that her husband's car got repossessed last month. It clicked. Rachel wasn't collecting money for me. She was using my name to collect money for herself. I checked the PayPal pool. She'd already withdrawn everything. The description said, "Help my sister avoid homelessness." There were comments from family members sending prayers and love, all meant for me, all going to her. Thanksgiving came around, and I'd been planning my entrance all week. I pulled up to my parents' house in the Tesla I'd just bought the day before. Midnight silver, fully loaded, red brake calipers, the works. I'd been saving for it for months, and the timing couldn't have been better. The whole family was outside when I arrived. My dad was setting up folding chairs. My cousins were playing football in the yard. Rachel was standing on the porch with her husband, and I watched her face drop when she saw me get out of the car. Everyone came over to check it out. My uncle was asking about the specs. My dad wanted to see the interior. Rachel just stood frozen on the porch. My aunt pulled me aside first, asked quietly about the eviction situation. I smiled and said there must have been some kind of misunderstanding. Then I pulled up my bank app right there and showed her my condo title, paid in full. She looked confused, then angry. The questions started coming fast. I gathered everyone in the living room before dinner, asked Rachel directly, in front of the entire family, why she'd told everyone I was facing eviction when I owned my place outright. She tried to laugh it off, said it was a miscommunication, that she must have gotten her wires crossed. I asked her to explain the PayPal pool then, the one with my name on it, the $3,000 she'd collected and already spent. She tried to leave, grabbed her coat, and headed for the door, but her husband's car was blocked in the driveway by 6 other vehicles. She was trapped. My grandma stood up, asked Rachel point blank where her $500 went. Rachel said she'd already spent it. On what? Bills. Which bills? She wouldn't say. My uncle stepped in, said he wanted his $200 back immediately. Rachel said she didn't have it. That's when her husband finally spoke up, admitted they were 3 months behind on their mortgage, that he'd lost $40,000 in some Bitcoin scam, that they were desperate. The room went completely silent. Then my uncle said he was pressing charges for fraud unless every single dollar was returned by Monday. Rachel's face went white when she realized she'd have to sell her Louis Vuitton bag collection and her car to pay everyone back. I grabbed my plate of turkey and walked out to eat in my Tesla.